Good afternoon everyone, my name is Igede Bagus Dwekananda with student number ending in 089. Today I will be explaining the challenge in converting a regular bicycle into an electrical bicycle. Transforming a conventional bicycle into an electric bicycle is not an easy task. It requires a clear understanding of the key mechanical principles. One of the most important principles is the freewheel. When the pedals are turned, the rear wheel moves, but the motor or dynamo does not spin. When the motor is running, the wheel moves, but the pedals do not spin. Why is this important? Because if the pedals move and the motor spins at the same time, the motor will act as a generator and create a magnetic field that becomes a load, making it harder to pedal manually. Then the motor or dynamo is installed in the front section due to limited space at the rear, as this is a small size bicycle. As you can see, the freewheel on the motor or dynamo, as you can see in here, is marked with a white correction fluid or tip X. When the pedals are turned, the tip X mark remains stationary, indicating that the motor is not spinning. This shows that the energy from pedaling is not transferred to the motor, so ride becomes smooth and light. Freewheel on the rear wheel. This freewheel ensures that when the throttle is engaged and the motor spins, the pedals do not move. This helps keep the ride comfortable and safe for rider. Here is a demonstration. When pedaling, the tip X marks on the motor's freewheel remain still, while the rear wheel moves. When the throttle is engaged, the motor spins, as shown by the rotating tip X. The wheel moves, but the pedals remain still. That was the electric bike from Group 5. Now let's move on to the electric bike from Group 2. In this bike, the motor is mounted in the rear, as this is a mounted bike which has more space at the back so that it doesn't require an additional freewheel or a longer chain like electric bike from Group 5. This bike used two freewheels. The freewheel near the motor ensures that the pedals don't spin when the motor is active, and the rear freewheel ensures that the motor doesn't spin when pedaling manually. Here is a demonstration. When the throttle is engaged, the freewheel near the motor rotates, while the one on the rear wheel holds the pedals in place so they don't spin. Meanwhile, when the bike is pedaled manually, the freewheel near the motor does not move, which means the motor doesn't engage. This makes it easier to pedal and prevents electricity from being generated. That concludes my explanation. I'm so sorry for any mistakes that I make. Thank you very much.